Morning all. Been asked again to see whether I can produce a video just going through the boundary game. What I'm going to do is hopefully post a couple of videos, one with Rebel obviously to show you how it looks like with a dog that's kind of got this and does it in multiple locations, multiple areas and on different boundaries, because the key for me is having lots of different boundaries around means that you can use them when you're out and about on walk. So you can have a walk in a park, and if a dog's coming up to your dog and you're a little bit concerned, I can hop Rebel up onto a park bench or onto a tree stump or onto a stone, onto anything now, because pretty much he will go into default with a boundary game, and I'll hopefully show you that if Rebel decides that he's going to be in the mood for it. But hopefully I'll be showing you that he can transition from, you know, this boundary to others. Hopefully a little bit later on I'll be able to show you with a dog that hasn't been generalised and hasn't really sort of learned the boundary game. But just a note of caution is that when I start doing this, you know, what we're looking for is to get one boundary really rock solid. So we want them on the boundary, going back to it, returning to it before we start generalising. It'll help sort of understand the game, but then generalise too early, you can kind of get them hopping around and not really sort of focused on what the game is. So the game is to stay on the boundary and then leave, and then you can then teach them other areas. But it becomes so useful because it can be your door protocol, it can be when you've got visitors in the front room and you just want your dog to be somewhere nice and calm, or when you're out and about on busy roads and you've got a grate that you can pop your dog onto. So it doesn't have to be raised, it can be just a piece of material on the floor. So the boundary game is simply this: the Rebel's on his boundary. Okay, go. Good boy. And then he returns, and the key is to feed to the boundary so that he learns that that's the place that we want him. Good boy. Okay, go. And as you can see, he left a little bit early there, but I'm not going to worry about it. You know, I just keep going with the cue. He returns, so he knows that's the place to be. Okay, go. So now that he's been on there, what I'm looking for now is, obviously you can see that he'll return onto there. I want him to maybe look at a different object. So what I'm going to do here is bring just a cardboard box and see if we can shape him onto it. Pop it up. Now obviously I do have a command to help Rebel sort of hop it up now, but to start with you won't necessarily have that on command, that comes later. But you can see he's on the box. Okay, go. What a good boy. What a good boy. So there's no nagging, we just wait for them to give us that behaviour. Okay, go. What a good boy. Okay, go. So now I'm going to do something a little bit more complicated. So we've got a bit of a sloping target. Oh, what a good boy. Okay, go. What a good boy. What a good boy. Okay, go. Yes, what a good boy. Okay, go. What a good boy. So that's how we generalise into different areas. Some free treats there, Rebel. So yeah, so we've mixed it up, we're giving different objects. That means that when I do go outside, I can then get him to hop up onto steps, onto grates, onto lots of other things, and that's really key. So Again, if you've got any comments, just pop them in the notes below and we can answer them. And then just have a go, have fun. But it's so useful in lots of real life situations.